Hello everyone. So welcome to the next series of JCE Connect. Here I'll be continuing with the part 3 of the stepper motor drives, where we'll see the torque versus stepping rate characteristics of a stepper motor. Okay, this is also called as pulsating rate characteristics. Okay, so the torque pulse rate characteristics of a stepper motor gives the variation of an electromagnetic torque as a function of stepping rate in pulse per second, right? So there are two curves which I have shown, right? One is denoted by the blue line and the other is the red one, right? So the curve denoted by blue color is my pull in torque. Okay, you can see it is my pull in torque, right? So it shows the maximum stepping rate for the various values of the load torque. Okay, here is my load torque at which the motor can start, synchronize, stop or reverse, right? Similarly, there is curve 2. Okay, this is my curve 2. So this is represented by red color and is known as pull out torque characteristics. Okay, this was curve 1 was my pull in torque characteristics. Curve 2 is my pull out torque characteristics. It shows the maximum stepping rate of motor where it can run for the various values of load torque, but it cannot start, stop or reverse this rate. Okay, understand this, right? So let us understand this with the help of an example, right? You just consider this curve, right? So the first point is the motor can start, synchronize and stop or reverse the direction for the load torque TL if the pulse rate is less than S1, right? So I'll go back here. Right? So the motor, it is said that the motor can start, synchronize or stop. See, because pull in torque curve is where my is the these are my various values of load torque at which the motor can start, synchronize, stop or reverse, right? So the here when I am talking about this blue curve, my motor can start, synchronize and stop or reverse for the load torque TL. Okay, for any load torque TL if the pulse rate is less than the stepping rate S1, right? The stepping rate can be increased for the same load as the rotor starts rotating and synchronized, right? Now for the load torque, this TL1, once it is started and synchronized, the stepping rate can be increased only up till S2, okay, without losing the synchronism, right? So this is the region between S1 and S2, right? So beyond S2 the motor will lose synchronism. Beyond S2 my rotor will lose the synchronism. Okay, thus the area between the curves S1 and S2, okay, thus the area, this area between S1 and S2 represent various values of torque, the range of stepping rate which the motor follow, okay, without losing its synchronism, right? That is why this range between this blue line and red line is called as the slew range. Okay, so the motor is said to operate in the slewing mode, right? When the motor is operating here, it's said to operate in the slewing mode, right? So this is the graph, okay, or this is the characteristics Okay, so let me revise you once again, right? So when we plot the characteristics, there are two regions or two curves. First curve is pull-in torque, where my motor can start, synchronize, stop or reverse, right? And my curve 2 is my pull-out torque curve, right? It generally shows maximum stepping rate of the motor. Okay, this curve shows the maximum stepping rate of the motor, right? So when we start the motor, right, for any load T1, the pulse rate can be less than S1. Okay, any load torque TL, the step rate can be less than S1. Okay, the S1 can be increased up till S2 for the load TL1 only. In this case, the thing is, the synchronism should not be lost. So only up till the level of S2 my motor will not lose the synchronism. Beyond S2 it loses its synchronism. That is why this area between S1 and S2 curve is called as slew range, and my machine is set to operate in the slewing mode, right? So same thing I have written here. The motor can start, synchronize and stop or reverse for the load torque TL if the pulse rate is less than S1. Okay. Now the stepping rate can be increased for the same load as the rotor started the rotation and synchronized. Now for the load TL1, after starting and synchronizing, the stepping rate can be increased up to S2 without losing the synchronism. Okay, this is important, right? Now if the stepping rate is increased beyond S2, the motor will lose its synchronism. Thus the area of the curves between 1 and 2 is called the slew range. Okay, so the motor is said to be operating in the slewing mode, right? Hope this is clear. So you need to remember this curve, right? Draw it neatly, explain all the points here, right? What do you mean by maximum torque? What is your slew range, right? See, I have written starting range. It means this is the range where my motor starts. In the region between 0 to S1 my motor starts, right? So this curve is for pull-in torque, the second curve is pull-out torque, and this is the maximum value of the pull-out pulse rate. Okay, I hope this is clear. Yes, thank you.